everybody, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Rink here in East Haven for tonight's contest between your Guilford Indians and the visiting Cheshire Rams. I'm Dean Cornelio, joined by Gary Drake, John Knapp behind the camera. Let's get the starting lineups tonight for Cheshire. Scott Romano gets the start in net. Trace Lang will play in front of him, as well as Tom DuPont. Alex Vendetto, Tyler Villano, and Kyle Murgo get the start as forwards for the Rams. For the Indians, Chad Faulkner-Filoso back in net. Derek Nelson on defense with Ryan Moore. Billy Ring starts at a one wing for the Indians. Jack Fitzgerald joins him. And Matt Horton. And we'll pause now for the playing of the national anthem.
Well, we're back here, and it's nice this time of year, John, to look at the new heads on the block.
Bald heads, that's right.
I love the shaving of the heads.
Pasta dinner before the season opener, and all the freshmen get
a haircut.
Yeah, a haircut. Will be nice. And I believe even one of the seniors took part. Garrett Salkins, who scored the team's first goal the other night in their opening 5-2 loss to St. Joe's. He scored the team's season opener, so season opening goal. So, but he participated in the annual shaving contest. Guilford, that's their only game, as I just mentioned. They lost to St. Joe's 5-2 in their season opener. This is their second contest of the season. Cheshire's already played 3. They're 1-2. In their season opener, they beat Conard 7-3, and they're coming off back-to-back 4-2 losses to East Haven and Xavier. They lost to Xavier just last night, so we'll see. This is back-to-back nights for these guys. We'll see if later in the game fatigue comes in at all in play for Cheshire.
Let's hope.
And I was talking to one of the assistant coaches, Anthony Giusto, and he mentioned they've been off to slow starts their last 2 games. Cheshire, their first period against East Haven, they gave up a goal in the first 20 seconds. And against Xavier, they were outshot 14-4 in the first period and fell behind 2-0 and had to rally, but fell short. So we'll see their backup goaltender, junior Scott Romano, their starter, Tyler Carbone, the senior. He got about 40 shots against them last night, so they figured back-to-back, give Romano the chance, and Romano's a very good goaltender. And Guilford looking for their first win, and we are underway here from Veterans Rink. And
a rematch, Dean, from last year's final.
They've changed. That's right. We're going to get into that soon. You beat me to the punch there, Gare. Of course, you're a step ahead of me.
Over your shoulder.
That's right. Backhanded out of the zone to center. And a chance for Guilford. No, they're offsides.
He'll get spoken to for that one.
Horton the shot, but offsides. As you were saying, these teams,
a little late shot there.
They always play twice during the regular season, and Guilford went 1-0-1 against Cheshire last year. A 3-3 tie here in East Haven, and they won 4-2 in Northford. But Cheshire won when it mattered in the state championship, 3-1. Cheshire was the number 2 seed, Guilford the number 1 seed. Cheshire a 3-1 state championship win. As we'll remember from that one, the Indians hit a number of posts and just couldn't get a break. Ryan Moore, look out, turnover shot, fanned on. And it's Ring chasing after it. Backhanded to center. Ring has to regain the blue line. Carried out by 23, Tom DuPont. DuPont will flip in. Giving chase. Vendetto. Try to play to the front of the net. Here's Horton. Horton, a freshman, seeing a lot of time. They got a good young crop, do the Guilford Indians. Look out, chance. And that never got through. Opening couple of minutes here from East Haven. Nice pass on the near wing.
Pass there.
Ring forced wide by the defenseman Hackett. Horton Try to get it towards the net. Hackett broke it up. Hackett will skate it out. And he flips to Guilford territory. And
icing will be the call.
Zach Cataruzza was back just in case. Cheshire is without one of their senior captains, defenseman Will Devine, out injured. So one of their mainstays on defense not playing. Jack Nesdale sends it around, kept in at the point by Cataruzza. Nesdale again will leave it for his defensive partner. That's Hackett. Hackett ahead to number 6, Cheshire. Delayed offsides, and the whistle will blow for that, as Venter was back there defending in his own zone. Venter had the other goal, aside from Garrett Sulkins, in the season-opening 5-2 defeat to St. Joe's. One thing, Gary, that last game, as we were both here for, the Indians really struggled on the special teams. St. Joe's 4 power play goals, a shorthanded goal. That's an area they really need to improve tonight.
Yeah, staying out of the box.
Too many penalties.
Stay out of the box.
You come right to the chase. You come right to the chase.
Exactly.
Face-off outside the Cheshire zone. 12:51 to play first period. No score. Guilford and Cheshire, a rematch of the Division II state championship last season. Out of the zone of the Indians line, Cataruzza calling for it is Fitzgerald. Cataruzza holds onto it. Behind Horton, and instead it goes to the defenseman Dupont. Dupont thought about sending it over.
Nice hit by Horton.
Causes a turnover. Horton has the points open, gets it back, the
nice
one-timer.
The shot right on goal, too.
Had save Romano. Delayed offsides. Carried by Cheshire. Top the circle. Good defensive play there by Venter. Venter will try and gain control.
I like watching John.
Absolutely. Indians have a good defensive core. Ring. And
oh, I was unfortunate at the icing. Billy touched the ring, the puck right around the red line, and I guess the ref didn't feel he was close enough to the red line.
He certainly contested it. The official, as expected, didn't agree. To the point, Rister.
All my years of hockey, I've never seen an official change their mind.
Especially after the whistle.
Sometimes agree, but they don't ever change their mind.
Especially after the whistle. Nelson kept in at the left point, fanning on it. Moore, the second effort. Try and skate it out, and he does to center. Still with it. Barreling in over the line. Held up by Spencer Hackett.
Sulkin's in hard, battling in the corner.
Garrett. Help here from number 14, Carson Sperry. That's Hackett. Gets it by 2 Guilford players, and Nesdale has it. Giving chase on him is Chris Montesi. Sent in on Faulkner Filosa. Chad played well first game despite the 5-2 loss. He really held his own.
I only saw the latter part, but I did hear from some of the fans that he made some big saves.
He absolutely did. And turned over, Mackey. Backhanded in by 22, Nick Vale. Opening 5 minutes, no score, Guilford and Cheshire. And that goes into the netting over the glass, and we'll get a whistle. Face-off will stay deep in Guilford territory. Cheshire, first-year coach Carl Sundquist. He coached for a long time at Avon St. Paul. So a new direction as Jim Riccatelli, longtime hockey man, coach
Long-time Cheshire man.
Yeah, Cheshire man stepped aside. His son James still in the program as one of the coaches. Another save by Faulkner Filosa. Somebody's got to dig it out of there. And they let play continue. Off the boards nicely. Guilford looking for a break. One thing Coach Justo told me for Cheshire's point of view is one of their strengths is team speed, and we'll see if they put that on display tonight. That's going to go for icing against Guilford. So, again, team speed, a strength now. Again, back-to-back games. Will that be a factor? We'll see, because as I mentioned, as the game goes on, we'll see if fatigue plays in at all. But
we can only keep our fingers crossed.
Still early. Still early. Face off to the left of Faulkner Filosa. And a good keep in there. Prevented a break. Trace Lang with a good job for Cheshire. And can the Indians break through here? Look out. That's Ring. Fitzgerald trying to park himself in front. And Fitzgerald causes a turnover. Still inside the line, and finally a whistle as it was underneath both Fitzgerald and the Cheshire player down there. Try and get his number for you. 24, the other defenseman. Yep, senior Trace Lang. So underneath.
Hustle by the Indians there, getting the puck in low.
Ring and Fitzgerald, really. This so far, probably the top unit, Fitzgerald. Won it forward. And Moore with a keep. Flipped wide of the net. Horton. Nelson was stepping in, calling for it over here for Fitzgerald. Nelson, high slot. Nelson swings it over. Back to Nelson. He'll one time it wide.
Just wide.
And a whistle. Net comes off its mooring. I guess a Guilford player caused that. Face off coming out of the zone.
Exactly. That would be my assumption.
9:01 to go, opening period. No score, Guilford and Cheshire. And that is Jake Nesdale. Nesdale over here, near side. Sent out. Garrett Salkins gets to it. Salkins gets it in deep. Has to chase. Nesdale. Checked by Brian Donahue. Cheshire back the other way. Kataruza now to the point. Look out. Wrister looking stick side high. And
Chad got a piece of that, I thought.
He did. He got a paddle on it, looked like. And
he's heading for the top corner.
Good stop there, looking stick side high. And that's flipped off a glass support. Alert play by the defenseman Hackett. And he fanned on it. Turnover shot on stick, save. Derek Baddock with the opportunity. Donahue. And skating out of the zone with it. Tyler Lima now to the point. Hackett will step in. Over the line. Hackett. And Guilford.
Working well down behind the net. Bringing the puck around there.
And Kishore steps in to help him out. Centering pass. And out of the zone, the Indians will ice it. Relieve the pressure. No icing. It was tipped.
No icing call. Lucky there for Guilford.
And Noonan, one of the men who took a couple penalties the other night.
Oh, nice shot by Derek.
Up high. That was blocked. Mackey cycles low for Noonan. Back forward to help out is Matt Doyle. Mackey played it off the defenseman's leg. Kishore. And out to center. Skating in with it, top to circle, shot.
Blocker save.
Shot taken by Nick Vale. Off the boards, smartly, gets to it. Nelson, I should say. And here for
Smart
Fitzgerald.
play by Nelson there, knowing that he had no play with it, just got it on
Ring.
into the zone.
Ring, I don't think he knew Horton was coming, or else he probably would have fed him up high. Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald the shoot one. Romano the save.
Horton right there for the screen as well, and rebound if there was one.
That's something that the other night, the Indians were getting some shots, but not a lot of traffic in front of the net, which made it easier for the goaltender, St. Joe's. And tonight, right there, Horton, right in Romano's vision, but the goaltender able to hang on to it. Good save by Romano. Fitzgerald kicks it forward.
Nice save. Nice win there by Fitzgerald again.
That's Murgo. And Nesdale dumps it in. Venter back there has the puck now. Venter trying to decide what to do with it, hoping his teammates move for him. Now the cross ice, and
Horton on the red
no
line.
icing.
Well, Horton was on the red line.
Yep.
So it was...
Horton gets there. Nesdale, Horton battling. Off the boards by Fitzgerald. Hackett the other way. Hackett avoids the hit. Centering! And they couldn't get
there for the stop.
Tyler Villano.
Couldn't get a stick on it.
Villano had one of the goals against Xavier last night. Had a good opportunity there. Couldn't get it on goal. Villano now held up by Catarusa. And out to center. Horton. He'll wrist in.
The red line, gets it deep. Goes for a line change.
Lang. Lang carrying over the Guilford line, cutting wide. Centering pass by everybody. And that'll go for icing against the Indians. 4 minutes, 46 seconds to go. First period. No score. Guilford and Cheshire. Dean Cornelio, Gary Drake, John Knapp with you here from East Haven. Indians' second game, both at home so far. They'll hit the road next week, and it's not a short trip. Going out to Maine. They get when they do road trips, they do it up. Cheshire will not be going north of the border. They're going to stay local. No big trips for them. Noonan, backhand pass. Mackey calling for it, but he was on the boards. Nelson lays out his man. Boy, did he popped Tyler Lima. Pretty good there. Dumped back in by 23, DuPont. And a penalty coming up.
No, offsides. It was a delayed offside.
Stand corrected.
They charged the puck, so they blew it down. .421 remaining in the first.
And at the Guilford line, cutting wide, shooting a glove save. Donahue the shot, Romano the glove, no rebound.
I have to say, I like seeing Donahue up on the wing.
Donahue playing the left.
Blair got hit down by the blue line. He's still down. I just noticed that.
And he's favoring that.
Coach is shaking his head kind of in disgust. I don't know if someone gave him a bit of a leg trip or there was no call.
Asking for the trainer, and Sundquist not happy. Now he's front and center as Sundquist, so I'm sure he's going to have a few choice words as the officials skate by. Fitzgerald will face it off against Alex Vendetto. No, he won't. They're going to switch it out. Ring knocks it down. Moore, the tip just wide.
Right on net.
Horton got a stick on that.
Post.
Great work by Horton. Midair tip, just wide. Horton
I'm enjoying this Horton edition. He certainly doesn't play like a freshman.
Absolutely not. Fitzgerald. And it's to the line for Nesdale. Nesdale on a
nice
turnover.
Steal there by Billy Ring.
Ring. Back in.
Oh, come on, you got to call that. Horton had to stick right around his head. Attaboy, Matty, walk away from that one. Nice way. Well, so he got the cross check, but he missed the high stick across his head. Nice resistance on Matty's side there. 3:23 remaining in the first period. Guilford will go on the power play. The ring of the line of Ring, Fitzgerald, and Horton will stay out there.
Here's Fitzgerald with it. He'll leave it for Ring. Ring takes a look down low. Horton knocked off the puck. And Horton's going to get called for that.
Boarding and not a.
And Tom Dupont doesn't take too kindly to it.
Let's see what kind of a penalty they give him here. Good, they gave him boarding. Hit from behind comes with a 10-minute misconduct. 10-minute. Yeah, exactly.
So it'll be 4-on-4. Indians power play lasted all of 17 seconds.
Yeah. What 17 seconds that was?
Not a lot of time to get it started. And the faceoff with the penalty comes all the way back into Guilford territory. Rister hit a Cheshire player. Off the boards, Ring and Fitzgerald. Here's Vendetto. Vendetto trying to split Ring and Fitzgerald. Get some help now from Violano. 4-on-4, a little more open ice. Cheshire certainly, both teams have some of their speedier players out trying to catch some breaks. Nelson for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald hit the late off sides. Cheshire regains the line. And that one's going to go for Romano had to play it.
For the shot on goal from the end zone.
And there's Dupont. Mackey now out for the Indians with Matty Doyle. Nelson and Moore. Nelson shuffles it aside to Moore. Over here, Doyle. Doyle wristing, stick save, and into the netting for a whistle. 2 minutes, 1 second to go. First period, still no score, Guilford and Cheshire. The Rams will have a power play in 37 seconds, but barring any further calls, that'll only last 17 seconds. Power play time on the back end of it. Late change not allowed. Joe DeRico against Mackey. Off the glass, glove down by Nelson. Nelson across, Moore. He can rip it, and he does, and he missed the net.
To the far post. Nice shot by Moore.
Hackett. Here's Moore. And Hackett takes over. Look out, bouncing puck.
Nelson with some nice ice.
Nelson.
Still in it.
Nelson.
Looking.
Looks across into the skates. Noonan. And it's DeRico the other way. Moore. Nice play there. Top the circle and hammered. And a penalty coming up to Nelson for an elbow.
So with 1:05 remaining in the first, Cheshire will go on a power play. Their first of the game. Well, outside their 17-second one.
That's right. Exactly. So they'll look to strike and get some momentum at the end of the first period here. They win the draw cleanly. towards the net. It was cleared by the Indians defense. Right on goal, Romano.
Billy Ring in for a steal. Oh,
Ring
there. Billy goes down, but
tripped
up quickly.
Vendetto. Now it's Villano. Villano will shoot one wide. Under 40 seconds to go, first period. Coming out of the corner with it, backhander across, and Villano. He'll put it towards the net, looking for a tip. They get one.
Oh,
another chance. Somehow, Faulkner
Pelosa
on
the goal line.
Keeps it out of there.
Sweeps it away. Couldn't hang on to it, but it did bring it out of the crease. Nice move there by Billy on the blue line.
Cataruzza
keeping it in.
Final 10 seconds. And a penalty?
Oh, contact to the head. I'm not sure who's getting it, though.
It looked like Cheshire.
Looks like Cheshire.
Yep.
Well, there ends their power play. No one seems to want to have
Kyle
a power play.
Murgo.
I will take it. What do we got? Another minute left on ours and 2 minutes on theirs. So we'll start the second.
Start with a little 4-on-4 open ice, and then we go to a power play for just over a minute.
That's why you got to be careful to say 2 minutes, Gary.
Exactly.
With the way
for Cheryl.
And
nice effort by Fitz coming through the slot. Took the backhand just off the side of the cage.
And that'll do it. What a crazy ending to that first period as it bounced away from Romano. Fitzgerald put the backhander on. Romano got across, and it's kept scoreless. So there'll be 4-on-4 hockey for another 54 seconds when we start the second period. A good first, and
great intensity. Nice intensity from both sides.
Shots in the first favored the Indians 6-5. So that's where we stand after one period of play. Guilford and Cheshire are scoreless. We'll be back with the second in a moment. Back for the start of second period action here from Veterans Memorial Rink in East Haven. Dean Cornelio, Gary Drake, John Knapp with you. Indians and Cheshire are scoreless. It's 4-on-4 for another 54 seconds. Shots were 6-5 in the first, favoring Guilford, but really, Gary, not too much flow so far.
No, there wasn't a lot of smooth flow, I guess, but there was certainly enough intensity. I mean, they came out and they were skating hard to the puck. They were battling hard in the corners, which was really great to see.
And I guess the flow will come when they play a little bit more with each other with lines. And
exactly. The cycling is there, but it's just not as crisp as it can be.
The hustle,
nice pass
you're right.
There, tape to tape.
Hustle's important to begin with. Moore will rip one and a glove save. Romano, quick whistle there. Didn't even let him give him a chance to play it out. I think he wanted to give it to his defenseman, but quick whistle to Guilford's favor as it stays deep in the Cheshire zone. Fitzgerald loses the draw, and that one over the Guilford, over the glass and off the
32
sidewall.
seconds remaining on the 4-on-4.
One-on-one battle here. Villano.
Nice
Good
work
play
by Venter.
Fitzgerald has Venter,
Nice
gets it to him. And shot on rebound right there.
Fits right there. Billy Ring picks up the rebound at the blue line.
And it's cleared. Look out. A foot race. Skating in. And Faulkner Pelosa the stop.
Makes the save. Unfortunately, there's going to be a slash on Venter, but
that's a good penalty to take, though.
A good penalty to take. You're right, Dean.
I was almost curious if they were going to point to center ice for the old penalty shot.
Nice save by Chad. Stayed right with the shooter.
So now 14-10 to go here in the second, and it's 4-on-3. You'll see 5 seconds. It'll be 4-on-4 again for a minute 2. And then the power play to Cheshire. Rams with it. Backhander wide. Off the back of the net. Puck pops loose. Fitzgerald has some room and sends it down the ice. Nelson, well, that's going to go for icing because it's now 4-on-4. So 47 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Indians coached by Ralph Russo. Rob D'Amato, Gil Scopper, his assistants. Here's Nelson. Nelson will carry up. Bang it off the boards, and he's the deep man. Applying pressure on the defenseman. Nesdale. Sent near side. Nice pass to center. Tipped off a stick. Moore now turns it over. Look out, 2-on-0. And off the side of the net. Good opportunity by Tyler Lima, and he missed it. 2-0, and Chad Faulkner-Filosa able to avoid a goal against. And that one by Lima, that shot deflected and into the netting. So good opportunity there, John. 2-0, and try to go short side on him. And
it was the second great opportunity Cheshire had in as many times up the ice, Dean.
Right.
The first opportunity, it sounded like they hit the post, and then a wide, well, not a wide open shot, but certainly a quality shot.
Ring, Cataruza, Horton, and Moore. The 4 out for the Indians. Cheshire now on the power play for 55 seconds. Rams carry it in. Cataruza. It goes off of Horton. Horton held up and out of the zone. That puck seemed clearly out of the zone, but somehow it was waved off at the line. Wrister on, rebound right in front. And that would have been unfortunate if that cost the Indians a goal. Because when the defenseman here, 23, circled around, DuPont, looked like he came out over the line. DuPont has Ring on him. Ring gets to it first. Billy, stick lifted and taken over by Trace Lang. Moore at the center stripe will slap it back in. Final seconds ticking down. The Indians are now back to full strength. So no damage done. Donahue at center. The Rams looking for an odd man rush, but Mackey, the good hustle back.
Good back check there by Mackey.
Nelson has Doyle and gets it to him. Doyle, fan on it, has time. Nice backhand off the boards.
Good move there by Doyle.
He'll have to come back. He gives a look. Doyle hit, gets rid of the puck to Mackey. Mackey again from Donahue. And that was Noonan at center.
Oh.
And you got the whistle as Doyle went up over top of Jake Nesdale.
Nice tackle there by the Cheshire player on Doyle.
Yeah, Nesdale went low. Doyle nearly flipped over him. And somebody not happy over there on the bench. 11:31 to play, second period. Still no score. Both teams looking to get on the board here to get some momentum for themselves. First period, not a lot of flow. Each team with some power plays, trying to get something going.
Jumps into the play. Oh, couldn't keep it in.
Cataruza plays it over to his defensive partner. Venter over here for Ring. Ring has a step. Ring walks in, shoots. And Romano got a piece of that, and it went over top. And a souvenir for one of the many fans now. A nice crowd has really filtered in here, Gary. Looked a little sparse early on, but a little bit better now, especially on the Guilford side.
Yeah, you know, half an hour before game time, people.
Yeah. Seeing some alumni here.
They have filled in nicely, actually. This is a good crowd.
Yep, some alumni back here. It is that time, the college break. Zach Gilhooly's here. Nice to see him on the state championship team 2 years ago, one of the captains. Played a year at Penn State as well last year. Now is focusing on his academics this year, trying to get into the business program.
Oh, centering pass there.
And off the side of the net.
By the Cheshire defenseman.
Nice look here. Ring again. Ring.
Oh,
center.
Oh,
they score!
Beautiful pass by Billy Ring.
What a play!
The tape of Fitzgerald. Great look. Nice flow there, John.
Well, describe it a little bit, Gary. We'll see if we can't get it instant replay.
Billy catches the puck on the blue line, brings it in, sees Fitz charging for the net, slides it over, and he scores.
So the Indians on the board first. 10:33. And 1-0. Romano didn't have much of a chance there.
Oh, another break here for Noonan.
Noonan
shoots, save.
Nice stop by Romano.
Tries to grab the rebound. I don't know what happened there, but not sure why the ref had blew that down, but the
unless he lost sight of it, he maybe thought the goaltender had it for a bit. So Fitzgerald lights the lamp. 1-0 Indians. Nelson down low. Mackey. Cheshire player goes head over heels trying to check him. To the point, Nelson. Right point drive.
Oh, pad save. Puck into the corner.
Winding and firing.
Oh, nice shot by Moore.
Nelson.
Another one by Nelson.
It's a shooting gallery down there.
I was going to say, it's a shooting gallery down there. Nice hustle by Moore. Oh!
Now,
I have to say, the official did have a better view of the line than we did. But
well, he also had a better view of the one over here, which I thought was clearly offside, but it is what it is. 9:42 to play, second period. Guilford 1, Cheshire no score. Fitzgerald line back out there with Ring and Horton. Cataruzza. Here's Venter. Off the glass. Kept in at the line, now Ring.
Oh.
Here's Fitzgerald. 1-on-1. Fitzgerald will shoot off the defenseman's leg.
Oh, gets the rebound on.
Romano to save. It was an initial block by 23 DuPont. Another foot race.
Here. Looks like Cataruzza will win that one. Gets the puck into the neutral zone. Nice look there by Fitz.
Ring.
A little bit of confusion there.
Fitzgerald spun around, puts it towards the net, wide. Venter, left point shot, shooting wide.
Horton for the rebound.
And Romano gets
Good
across.
By Guilford.
Holds the post and covers.
8:43 remaining in the second period. Guilford with a 1-0 lead.
These teams will meet again on January 25th down at Wesleyan in Middletown. So the first of two meetings between the clubs. And it's an offside.
Yeah, offside should have been called there, yeah.
So Indians have Salkins, Montesi, and Sperry with Moore and Nelson. Sperry held up. Now Salkins knocked down, and the whistle. Face off in the same spot. Salkins 1-4, but right to the Cheshire defense. Flipped in, hit by Nelson. Moore there. Moore kept into the line. That's Luke Vendetto, number 12. Vendetto on his backhand. Try to leave it low. Nelson.
The puck up to Montesi.
Chris had his stick lifted.
Oh, over to
right to Sperry.
Shot, save.
Romano again, the glove.
There by Sperry.
They got to test the goaltender's stick side. He's shown he can flash the leather. Made a number of glove saves here. And we have a slash against Salkins.
So 7:55 remaining in the second period. Guilford will go on now their second or third team.
Guilford's had a few penalties.
Power play. Outside that 17-second one in the first period.
Right.
So
but the penalties, 4-2, Guilford leading in the penalty department, which again, that was their downfall in the opener against St. Joe's. And Cataruzza gets it out. Ring trying to get around the D. Held up. At the line, Venter steps up. Venter will get it deep. Nice.
Guilford on a pretty solid forecheck for being down a player.
1-2-1 it looks like.
We had 3-1 going there for a second.
It was a 3-1 almost. You're absolutely right. Fitzgerald the shot on. And Cheshire now the other way. Sent in. Venter.
Oh.
Look out, kicks in front, and Faulkner-Filosa the save.
Lucky bounce off of Cataruzza's skate.
Faulkner-Filosa stopped DuPont, but the Indians clear the zone. Little over a minute remaining on the Cheshire power play. 7 minutes to go, second period. 1-0 Guilford Indians. Cutting wide. That's Tyler Villano.
Great hustle by Horton there. He went end to end twice.
And a turnover. Cheshire. Venter. Venter outworking two Cheshire Rams. Sent low. Villano. He looks wide open. Walking in. Shot blocked.
Blocked by the D. Shot.
Bouncing puck. And then hit the post.
And Mackey gets it all the way down.
So again, Faulkner-Filosa in the first game, Gary, a couple post shots for St. Joe's. Another one here for Cheshire. And so he's got to thank his best friends here right now.
Exactly.
They got a man hanging. It's Villano calling for it, but they couldn't get him the puck.
Mackey to knock the puck away from the
Indians
Cheshire
back to full strength as Salkins out of the box. Stepping on for him was Fitzgerald. Here's Moore. And that'll go past the teammate all the way down for icing.
So with 5:35 remaining in the second, both teams at full strength. Guilford hanging on to their 1-0 lead.
Guilford losing in the final was able to stay in Division II. Cheshire forced with the win to move up to Division I. So it's going to be a tough road for them moving up at the Division I level against some of those powerhouses. Shot, they score!
Shot right off of Chad's arm and in.
The face-off one
got
back.
A piece of it, but not enough.
Face-off one back, and Trace Lang, the right point drive with 5:31 to go in the second, ties the game at 1. So it was a clean win. Clean win by the center. Back to Lang, who puts it off the glove of Faulkner-Filosa and in.
So as I was saying, John, 5:21 and the game's tied at 1. What a difference a few seconds can make.
And we got a penalty to the Rams.
We'll take it.
Boarding. So the Indians can regain the lead here if they can make good on this opportunity.
Puck comes out. Guilford will have to regroup here.
Didn't catch the penalty.
Offsides is the call. So with 4:58 remaining in the second, Guilford has a minute and 40 left on their power play. Got the line of Ring, Fitzgerald, and Horton out there, along with Nelson and Moore.
Fitzgerald controls forward, tripped up, nothing there. Sent around the boards by DuPont.
Nice little hit there by Billy Ring. Horton knocks the player off the
body around. Tell you what, for a freshman, he is not afraid to get physical.
Oh, not at all. I've watched Matty skate over the last couple of years and was very much looking forward to him coming to Guilford.
Fitzgerald, shot block. He'll get another opportunity.
From the knees, tries to get a shot off.
Nelson.
Horton with a shot, save, rebound in front. Fitzgerald gets tackled, and a penalty be called here. So Guilford's going to have a 5-on-3.
Holding.
For a minute. It was more like a mugging, I thought, John.
He didn't stand much of a chance. He went down like a sack of potatoes.
Looks like it's Lang in the box. He's the one who scored the goal.
Oh, shot! Oh, Horton right there with
front.
the tip. Goalie comes up with a save.
Indians have a full minute of 5-on-3, but it's cleared. Nelson. Got to move the puck up quickly on this.
43
Nelson.
seconds remaining in the 5-on-3.
Carries over the line. Nelson gives a look, sends it across.
Oh,
Fitzgerald.
Right
Score!
Oh, yes! Fitz on the doorstep with the backhand, very nonchalantly up and over the goaltender who had already gone down to make the initial save.
Looks like Fitz picked up his own rebound there, Mary. Is that right? Picked up his own rebound, backhanded it in?
No, actually, who took the original shot there?
Derek Nelson had it on the wing.
It was his rebound came out. And Fitz was there with the nonchalant backhand. Nice patience by Fitzgerald.
Horton actually with an assist on that. So Horton, I think, got it from Nelson. Horton again trying to bang it home. Indians still with power play time.
Low. So we still have a minute and 23 on a 5-on-4.
That's right. They did score on the 5-on-3, so they keep the one-man advantage. Fitzgerald.
Nice look by Fitz up to Horton. Oh, he's going to call it a tip. Nice.
Horton has the point man open, Venter. And now he lost it, and they clear the zone.
The exhaustion, I think, is taking its toll. That line's got to get off.
50 seconds left of 5-on-4 time. A little over 3 minutes to go, second period.
By Moore.
Oh,
unfortunately,
Mackey
Doyle a little
over.
anxious to go to goal.
So 46 seconds of the man advantage. Nice to see Guilford able to make a team pay for a penalty instead of getting scored on like they had in that first game. Getting a power play goal of their own.
Nice clear by Cheshire.
Here's Venter. 30 seconds left, power play time. Doyle had his pocket picked.
Get it. Oh, attaboy, Matty.
Here's Mackey.
Puck up to Mackey.
Moore. Carrying in. Moore will shoot one.
Nice release by Moore. He's got that quick snap.
Romano got the glove on it, and now they clear the zone. Venter. Backhand. Mackey. Moore will wind and fire from outside the zone. Wide. Back to even strength are the Rams. That's Spencer Hackett. And out of the zone. That'll go for icing.
Will be the call. 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. Guilford 2, Cheshire 1.
Face-off will come back into the Cheshire zone. To the right. of Scott Romano.
Ooh.
And that goes into the Guilford bench. Heads up over there. Anyone not paying attention certainly is now.
Yeah. They're trying to pay attention after getting the puck in the head.
Too many concussions going on now. We don't need one over there on the bench. Fitzgerald will take the face-off. Ring lined up behind him. Cheshire won the draw. Battling forward behind the net. Horton and Fitzgerald. Kicks off a Cheshire skate. No icing. Cataruza has 2 on him. Gets it around. Venter right in front. Turnover. Backhand. Faulkner leaves it there.
Oh,
what a stop.
By Chad Faulkner. Falosa comes up with a huge save.
Ben.
Those players should go and thank Chad for that one.
It went off of Chad. He put it in front, but covered up a near blunder. Ben Klanica with the backhand opportunity. And Klanica was stopped by Faulkner Falosa.
Yeah, the whole upper part of the cage.
He absolutely did.
Chad got his body up high enough to get a hold of it.
Minute 32 to go, second period. It's a big stop there to keep the lead for the Indians.
Huge stop.
You don't want to give them one late and allow Cheshire to get the momentum. Doyle comes on late change for Horton. Ring and Fitzgerald. To the point. Tipped and they score! That one tipped, I believe. Hard to tell who got it. Might have been.
It was a deflection.
It was a deflection.
Chad had
might
his
have been
pad
21.
down, but it just snuck underneath.
So they do allow the late goal. And again, 2 shots from the point. The first one off the glove, the second one a deflection. So looks like it was.
Matty Horton with a steal.
He's walking in.
Oh, goaltender comes out, big poke check, gets the puck away from Horton, and the puck is cleared.
The goal, I believe, to Zovis. The assist to that point man, 24, Lang. Lang has a goal and an assist. Fitzgerald, both Guilford goals.
Puck back to the point, shot by
Oh, that one deflected. 45 seconds remaining, second period, 2-2. Pass across. Fitzgerald gets it out of the zone, quickly sent back in. Here's Moore. He's got Ring of the opposing blue line and tries to get it to him, broken up by the defenseman Hackett. Indians delayed offside. Nelson up to the center stripe. Mackey gets help from Nelson. Nelson makes a move. Carried in, winding, shooting. Fitzgerald.
Mackey in there with
Mackey.
the rebound. Back
Time's
to Fitz.
gonna run out on him.
Couldn't get a stick on it. And that'll do it for the second period. So after
Another good period. Another good period. And
Guilford 2, Cheshire 2. You're absolutely right, Dean. That was a good period.
a little more offense for both squads. Maybe some confidence on both sides to some scoring. As I mentioned, Fitzgerald with a pair for Guilford. And Trace Lang with a goal and an assist for the Cheshire Rams. And the shots favored Guilford 10-8 in that period, according to Mr. Petrick in the scorekeeper's booth. So that'll do it after 2 periods of play. Cheshire and Guilford knotted at 2. We'll be back with what should be a good third period in a moment.
Absolutely.
Back for the start of the third period here from East Haven. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp, Gary Drake with you. 2-2 after 2. shots in the second were 10-8, favoring Guilford. Two-period total 16-14 Guilford. Correction on that last Cheshire goal. It was scored by number 21, Ben Klanica. He put the tip home from the point shot by Lang. So Klanica from Lang late in the period.
Off the side of the post.
And here's a chance. Ring
with an opportunity.
He had Romano going the other way. He would have the open side if he was able to get a piece of it. Oh, and Horton had it whacked away from him by Lang. Back at their own line. Hit it center. Lang. Horton getting the body in on him. Horton creating the turnover despite the size mismatch. And now he runs into his own teammate, Doyle. How convenient. The bigger Cheshire player can't knock him down, but Matt Doyle can knock him down. That's because they're the same size. Icing against the Rams. Opening minute of the third. Both teams really like to get a win under their belts. Guilford before heading to Maine, and Cheshire for the mere fact that they're technically playing a Division II team and they've lost their last two games after winning their opener. They need a spark for themselves. So both teams probably play a little desperately this period, I would anticipate, Gary. Mackey put it wide of the net. Mackey.
Nice work there by James.
Noonan.
Oh,
and he put it right between the point man.
Just beyond the reach of Doyle.
Now, I'm not sure why it was blown dead for icing when it was Noonan who cleared the puck. Well, that would explain it because I didn't see the tip. But usually if it's deflected even. So. Mackey on the face-off for the Indians. Won by Cheshire. Off the glass, not out. Doyle.
Oh, nice touch there by Doyle to put the puck out to Mackey.
Doyle will shoot
Doyle
one.
With a shot just wide.
Romano might have got the pad on it. Here's Noonan. To the point. Off the boards. And Cataruza will keep it in Cheshire territory. Carried out by Kyle Murgo. Murgo, nice pass up the middle. That's Chris Montesi. Plays it back to his defense.
Noonan puts the puck all the way up the ice, so icing will be the call. And the face-off will come back down into the Guilford zone. 12:52 remaining in the third. We have a tie game at 2.
Indians, I guess, needed to complete a change, and Mr. Noonan made sure that they were able to do that. Face off to the left of the goaltender, Faulkner Filosa. And that hit a few skates on its way towards the net. Trying to get it in front. Benarowitz. Excuse me, that's Donahue, not Benaro. It's 23, Donahue.
Where is Benarowitz? I haven't seen him
out here yet.
That's right. It's just as you mentioned that, I realized I haven't seen him.
Nope. Not sure. Moore flips it. And that's DuPont.
A little bit high there.
Taken by Nick Vale. Shot blocked at the defense by Nelson. Shot taken by number 6, Cheshire. Cheshire parked in front of the net.
Nice save by Chad.
He's got it, another backhand.
And Chad finally gets his glove on it.
2 or 3 bangs.
Gets a whistle.
Great opportunity there in front for the Rams. Faulkner Filosa able to keep it out of there. 11:51 to play in the third. Indians struck first in the second on a goal by Fitzgerald. Cheshire tied it as Lang scored. Indians answered on the power play, Fitzgerald, and a late one by Cheshire with just over a minute to play by the freshman Klanica. And that's where all the scoring in the second period. And that's going to go for icing. Venter missed connections with his teammates.
.11:31 remaining in the third. Face off just to the right of Chad.
And through center. Broken up by Horton. He'll dump in. He's quick. He'll give chase. Spencer Hackett there first.
Ooh, held
got 10 of the line.
Little leg check there.
Cataruzza quick to get back as well.
Nice back check there by Billy Ring as well.
Ring 12, Cataruzza 13. Now it's Venter again.
Venter centering pass to Fitzgerald, broken up by the Cheshire player.
And that hits the netting. We'll get a whistle with 10:37 to play. Dean Cornelio, Gary Drake, John Knapp with you here from East Haven. GCTV.
There's a breakout for shot rebound. Cheshire player or goaltender clears it. Noonan couldn't
Romano
get a stick
controlled
on
that,
it.
yeah. Bouncing puck. Not out. Shot.
Oh, off the post.
Rebound. That's 2 posts for Cheshire tonight. I think St. Joe's hit 2 the other night. Cheshire hit 2 tonight. Faulkner Filosa must be thanking his friends a lot.
Chad's been talking to those posts as well. It's important that a goaltender have a good relationship with his posts.
It's all that clean living, Gary.
It's got to be, John.
Rams control the face-off. On
nice.
goal.
Puck out in front. Chad covers up.
I think it was Sean Richard, number 10, with that bad angle shot, but any shot on goal is a good one, I guess. Indians 2, Rams 2. Final 10 minutes. Noonan, big hit along the boards, center ice. Took out Tom Dupont. Softly off the wall. Dupont lost it in his skates. Noonan after it. Indians, smart play to regain the line by Mackey. Realized Noonan was offside. That hit got by Mackey. And over here for Richard. Richard will skate it down the right wing side. Sent into the middle. Broken up by Noonan. And it's Hackett. Hackett carries over the center stripe.
Oh, Nelson.
Nelson nearly created the turnover.
Created a turnover there.
Villano. Here's Ring. Big hit. They'll have to try the other side as Murgo got held up.
Oh, nice job by Moore to get up on the line and keep it in.
Horton tried to play it back to his defense. And here's Kyle Murgo.
Oh,
broken up.
By
Ring.
Shot. Oh, he wasn't going to take the shot. He tried to feed it over to Horton on the post. Right out in front. And that's going to clear the zone. Good heads-up play there by Horton.
Horton was within a stick's length reach of being able to get a piece of that. Fitzgerald intended for Horton. Through the middle. Past everybody.
We'll take it. 8:12 remaining in the third period. We have a tie game at 2.
Gary, it's the Indians Booster Club, and I'd just like to get it out to GCTV folks, but in terms of fundraisers that folks can look to participate in, are they doing that comedy night again?
I believe they are. I'm not sure of the dates, but
so listen for that date when it becomes available. It's a great night. I remember going a couple of years ago. What a fun evening that is. Usually on a Friday night, I believe.
I think they're doing a dance this year, Gary.
Oh, really, John?
They're going to change it up.
You got your tap shoes out?
I do, absolutely.
So John is ready to dance, and we're ready for comedy. We'll see which one prevails.
Well, actually,
maybe the dance.
I think they'll all be satisfied in one evening.
I think so.
Watching John dance.
Or some others, including myself, for that matter. But Dupont. Indians control at center. Over halfway through the third, still 2-2. All the scoring in the second period.
Good hustle by Mackey to keep that puck down low.
Salkins has time.
Back
up
to the
top.
point.
Venter flips towards the net. It's Mackey. Leaving it there. Salkins. Sperry in front of the net. Sperry owning some real estate in front. I'll let his wingmen do the work. He never got the puck, though. Ring.
Nice move there behind the cage by Billy.
Venter. And dangerously with it behind the net and out of the zone.
So Noonan's going to put it all the way down the ice for an icing call and let Guilford regroup here.
Probably a good play there. Cheshire had a
little too much pressure going on.
A lot of pressure. 6.5 to go, third period. Who wants it more? Both teams need a victory. Well, the Indians would like their first. Cheshire would like to snap their brief 2-game slide. They didn't start as slowly tonight. They had a few slow starts in the first, and they were able to keep it scoreless at least. So for them, that was a step in a positive direction for the visiting Rams. Indians still in. Nelson.
Guilford a little
nice pass. Horton.
A little inconsistent here in the
Romano off the boards. That's Fitzgerald in front.
Right in front of Billy.
Ring has a man in the middle. Gets it to him.
Backhander
wide.
Backhand by Nelson.
To the point again. It's Moore teeing one up, and he might have hit Horton.
It's gotta hurt. Oh, nice job by Billy to keep it in.
Flip.
Back to the blue line. Nelson's got it, but Cheshire gets it out.
Big hit there. At center. Good clean hit on Fitzgerald. Looking across. And it hit a stick for a favorable bounce for Guilford. Winding and slapping right on.
By Nelson from the blue line.
Romano the save now end around by Lang. And Nelson will play it back smartly to Moore. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Still 2-2. Picked up. And that'll go into the scorekeeper's booth, Mr. Patrick.
Off of Dr. P's head.
Look out. 4:47 to go. Face-off will happen right at center and dumped in wide by Sperry. It's Sperry, Salkins, and Montesi. Catarusa.
Oh, nice hands by Catarusa there in the corner. To keep control of the puck.
And that'll go for icing.
Oh, he waves it off.
Better give chase. Venter, don't know if he realizes it was waved off. Four-man pile now at it. Yep, 4 men dig it out, and finally. It's Guilford coming away with it. That hit the official Montesi off the boards. Indians changing up. Off the boards, and
nice move there by leg drag there by Catarusa to gain control of the puck. Oh, nice move there by Mackey.
Mackey will skate in. He's got Sulkins going to the net. He's got a man up top. Sulkins will cycle it low.
That was a good play not to throw it away. Sulkins down low. Mackey in to help out. Mackey's looking.
And Catarusa tried to glove it. Look out. Lumbering ahead is Lima.
Oh, nice poke check there by Venter. Mackey comes up with it in center ice.
Mackey sends it behind the net. Gets by 2 Indian players, Doyle and Noonan. Out come the Rams. Here's Richard. He'll wrist. Oh! And Faulkner Pelosa lost the rebound. Fortunate on that one. He lost the rebound. Looked like it squirted behind him. I thought it was going in. Just wide. At center, Moore flips out. Murgo gets it deep. Here's Venter. 2.5 to go. Venter
puts it all the way down for an ice just to give Guilford a chance to regain their composure here. 2:31 remaining in the third. We have a tie game.
Coach Russo just put out a really young line a couple of minutes ago, or young, inexperienced line between Sperry, Montesi, and I forget the third, but we'll see. He'll drop it down to 2 lines now, and given that this juncture of the game.
That would be my hope.
But it clearly felt they deserved some time and try to spare some, you know, an extra minute.
Everyone's contributing, which is nice.
Spare an extra minute for those top 2 units as well, who will see more ice time now if Fitzgerald's out there. Speaking of one of them. On the backhand.
Cheshire controlling down low here. This is not good. Off the
side of the net.
Chad. Billy Ring fights to get the puck out. Brings it into the zone. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson waves. Shot. Scores! 5-0.
Nelson between the pads of Romano.
Nice goal by Guilford with 1:48 remaining in the third here. Nelson gets the puck along the boards. Waits.
Ring.
The screen comes up and he let the puck go.
Ring got it in the zone. Cheshire defenseman tried to play it out. Nelson kept it in. Skated to the hash marks and ripped one right between the pads of Romano.
That was the grit of Billy Ring dragging that puck up the boards, getting it into the zone.
It was, and let's see if they can hold the lead. They couldn't, and late in the second period, as you recall, it was a 2-1 game, and Cheshire tied it late in the second. Now look out.
Well, we have a penalty coming. It's going to be against Guilford. Interference on Fitz, I believe.
So with 1:26 left.
That is unfortunate.
You're right, it's Jack Fitzgerald. And that's not one of the players that Guilford had hoped to have off the ice at this juncture.
Good point there, Dean.
Late change, is it going to be allowed?
I think we have a problem here. There's going to be an issue here because there's too many players on the ice. And there's going to be, but that's the official's fault. That's the official's fault. That has nothing to do with...
Unless there were coincidentals. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't see anyone else go in the box.
Well, Cheshire's pulled their netminder Romano for a sixth attacker.
There may have been a 5-on-5.
Yeah.
That was very
Here's a penalty on Nelson for a trip.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see the coincidental there.
So with 58 seconds, it's going to be a 6-on-4, and let's see Cheshire takes their timeout. And they do. So
with 58.2 seconds left on the clock, Guilford's going to go on the penalty kill.
And Cheshire's going to take a quick timeout, so we'll take a pause in the action and be back with the final 58 seconds in a moment. We are back for the final 58 seconds. Cheshire has used its one and only timeout, getting the players they want out there, including Villano. Tyler Villano, the center, scored twice against Guilford in the state championship game last year. So he's a thorn in their side. Indians can't clear. It's along the boards. Cheshire having trouble with it in their skates. That just wasted 10 seconds. Look out, they got a man going to the front of the net, and it comes out over the line. Off the boards, Billy Ring is going to get there first. Can Ring clear it? Off a stick? No, not. Yes, it did go off. Number
29 seconds on the clock.
Hackett.
Matty Horton gets a hold of it and gets it all the way down the ice.
Final 20 seconds. Picked up. Here's Cheshire. Cheshire off the boards. Picked up by Hackett. Cheshire cannot gain control of the Guilford zone.
Puck in,
7 seconds. Moore will play it around and into the netting. 3 seconds to go.
3 seconds on the clock.
Cheshire just unable to get much momentum down there. So nice. Guilford will take it. Guilford will take it. They were able to load up the line and clear the zone a couple times. Doyle comes out.
And Guilford looks like calls a timeout.
So the Indians exercise their use of the timeout. Coach Russo trying to set up what he'd like here for the final draw. And so I wonder if we'll have somebody, well, 3 seconds, it's a lot of time to have somebody drop on the puck. But just win it to the corner and run out the clock if possible.
We'll be back after the timeout.
Final 3 seconds. This is it right here. 4 men loaded up at center. Backhander. Never got to the net, and the Indians win.
Guilford with their first win of the year. 3-2 victory over Cheshire.
So that third period goal by Derek Nelson, the difference, broke the 2-2 tie. And the Indians, let's see.
So Guilford will be going on to Maine with a 1-1 record.
So it's not a bad way to start the season with a loss to St. Joe's and a victory over Cheshire.
The other thing, this is a Division I win now, that's so right. It really adds extra points when you go into playoff standing later on.
Absolutely.
So
and
it is
even losing to Cheshire, or losing to
St. Joe's is not.
They get points.
Doesn't really cost them, right?
No, exactly.
So a good start to the season with a split, but this one they could really use this boost as they go to long trip to Maine, and should help build some camaraderie amongst the guys, especially the youngsters who are getting some time too. And the shots, hard to tell there, but either way, Derek Nelson's goal, the difference. Billy Ring played a factor in that one too. He had a great game tonight. And Cheshire loses their 3rd straight, so they're in a bit of a hole, and they have to turn around and face Watertown Pomperog in their next action on home ice. So they'll do that after the holiday as Guilford heads up to Maine. So we're going to be back with some post-game reaction. I'll have head coach Ralph Russo, and who knows, maybe some others. We'll see how it goes. And we'll be back with some post-game comments in a moment.
I'll be heading out, so I'm going to bid you all a good night. I'd like to thank everyone for
thank you, Gary, and
this evening.
Happy holidays to you.
Yes. Yeah, you'll probably be watching this after the holidays, but yes, I hope you have a New Year.
Right? Have a nice Valentine's Day.
Oh, come on, John, you're quicker than that than getting them up on the air. Anyway.
All right, we'll be back in a moment with Coach Russo and maybe some others. All right, we're back with Indians head coach Ralph Russo. Coach, congratulations on a good win here tonight against a Division I foe in Cheshire, a team that ended up beating you in the Division II finals last year. Tough game, but Derek Nelson ends up winning it for you in the end.
We've been telling them to shoot the puck more since the start of the season, and boy, you can't get better reinforcement as a coach when the guy does it and it works.
Absolutely. Now coming into play, you know, Chad Faulkner-Filosa had really played well the first game, and tonight made some big stops as well. A couple rebounds got away from him, but overall, the first 2 games, you got to be happy. Yeah,
Chad's progressing nicely. He's worked so hard the last few years, and you know he's really stepping his game up for us. You know, we want to give him as much help as we can, and you know he's been a big gamer coming in and showing up ready to play.
After that first game where you took a lot of penalties that cost you a couple, like 4 power play goals for St. Joe's. This game a little bit less, a little more even, and you guys were able to get a power play goal of your own. So special teams a little bit better?
Definitely a little better. We really let that one get away, and it's a good education early in the season. You know, both teams had 8 penalties in the game, and they score 4 power plays and a shorthanded goal on us, and then we get 1 power play goal and basically nothing else to show for it. So we went to work on our power play more this week, and I think the guys realized you can't win from the penalty box.
Tonight, the flow started a little slowly in terms of flow, but then it picked up that second period. The offense really started kicking it in gear.
Absolutely. I mean, they played a game last night, so we knew that they were, you know, there was a good chance if we skated with them hard that, you know, we might get a little edge at some point in the game. And, you know, both teams, I think, were trying to feel each other out. I thought we mishandled the puck a little early in the game, but, you know, our guys bared down and they got better as the period went on, and boy, it was a dogfight the rest of the way.
And now you're heading into Maine. Obviously, that's the next trip coming up here. After a couple games, where would you assess your team, where you're happy so far and what you feel you need to work on?
Well, we got to continue working on moving the puck and our defensive zone coverage. I think our face-off coverage also is something that we address in the locker room that we want to do a better job with. And, you know, overall, we just want to keep the intensity up and play consistently from each period of the game, play 3 good periods of hockey. And, you know, I think from experience, if you do that, you're really going to be in every game. You're going to get your share of wins.
And you talked to the team in the locker room after and really told them how proud of them you were and how this kind of win can kind of lift a team, and how much can a win like this give you that momentum to kind of, you know, lead on to further games and hopefully more wins.
Well, I think it speaks volumes. And, you know, I want to thank the kids that are home from college who played last year in that final game. There was a whole bunch of them here cheering these guys on, and they came in the locker room. I think it was really, it made the team feel real good, and everyone feel a little proud about doing this for the program.
Excellent. Well, Coach, thanks for your time. We wish you continued success, especially in Maine, and we're going to get some reaction from Derek Nelson coming up in a moment.
Awesome. Thank you. Happy holidays.
We're back with Indians defenseman Derek Nelson. Netted the game winner tonight. Derek, talk about the last goal. Billy Ring, really, again, with his hustle play, got the puck. You were able to find some daylight and put a 5-hole. Talk about that last goal.
Yeah, I was just following Bill up the boards, and he dropped it back for me. Kind of stuttered a little bit, but took the shot and went in.
Did the goalie give you that?
It was a nice shot. I mean,
now Coach Russo was talking about the seniors who were back here tonight and how that kind of means a lot to you guys, and maybe gave you a little extra inspiration while them here. What does that mean to have the seniors and some of the graduates come back and be here with you guys?
Oh yeah, it's definitely motivation having them in the stands, and especially playing Cheshire. It's from last year. It's definitely a big.
Speaking of that, was that in the back of your mind, that championship game coming in here tonight?
Yeah, we definitely had it in the back of our minds. We just didn't want to overthink it and psych ourselves out or anything. But
early on, in terms of where you think the team is at, you're one of the captains. How about, what are some goals of the team set this year?
Yeah, definitely we've been having good practices lately. It showed today. Started off kind of slow, but picked it up. So,
goal-wise, is it a goal to win the SEC or is the Division II championship getting back there? Has the team set any goals yet, and what are they?
Yeah, definitely. making it as far as we can is really what we want. SECs, state championship, anything we could get.
And where would you, through 2 games so far, where do you think the team is at? Where some strengths and where you think you need to work on?
We definitely have a lot of improvement, but I know we could do it.
And Chad's really come a long way. I mean, obviously stepping in for a couple goaltenders the last couple of years. And what, you know, where do you think he's at right now?
Yeah, Chad's been looking really well. He started his freshman year, been 4 years now, but he's looking really well out there.
What are you guys hoping for in Maine?
Come home with 3 wins, maybe. That'd be real nice.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, Derek. Thanks a lot for your time. We're going to wrap it up from here from East Haven. This man with the game winner. Indians scored a 3-2 win over Cheshire. For Gary Drake and John Knapp, I'm Dean Cornelio. Good night from East Haven. Once again, the final, Guilford 3, Cheshire 2. Good night, everybody.